The topic of this video is the while loop, which is another way to loop through a set of code that's different than the for loop. So let's see how to set it up. So I'm going to go ahead and say sum is equal to 0, and I'm going to make a variable index is equal to 0, and I'm going to make another variable called max that's equal to 10. And now I'm going to put my while loop. So I'm going to say while index is less than max colon. So while loop, you basically say while condition is true, execute this code. So we'll go ahead and increment our sum. So we'll say sum is sum plus index, and then we're going to say print sum, and then we're going to increment our index at the bottom of the loop. Make sure you do that so that it doesn't create an infinite loop. And then we'll go ahead and stop our loop there, and we'll say print all done. Okay, so we'll go ahead and execute that. And so it's printing the sum as it's going through the loop, and then at the end it prints all done. So we could make a more interesting while loop like we did before. So I could say student list and put some names in here: Jane, Betty, Susan, Harry, Liam. Let's put One Direction in there. So we got our student list there, and then we can put a while loop. I can say while. Well, we'll go ahead and create another index. I'm going to say I equals 0. I'll say while I less than length student list, and we'll go ahead and say print student list I, and then I is I plus 1. And so it printed Jane, Betty, Susan, Harry, Liam. So that's a while loop. Of course, you can do different while loops. So let's say that we want to count downwards. So I could say index is equal to max, and then I could say, well, index is greater than or equal to 0, and then we could do something in here, minus 1. So this time we're decrementing the index. Let's go ahead and get rid of this student list code. And so it starts off at 19 because index was 10. And oh no, it started off at 10. That's right. It wouldn't make sense. So you can either, its while condition is true, so you can either go down or go up. And after we cover if statements, we'll show how to do some other things with the while loop besides just using a numerical value for the condition.